Hey guys, it is me, Phoenix. We are going to do a general read about finances and see what you're manifesting, see what you're working on when it comes to your finances. We are going to pull from all of the finance, not all of them, but some of the finance decks that I do have. Maruk X is two of them. We have Show Me the Money deck by Sierra Moreau. We have the Manifest Success deck by Midnight Oracle, also their Money Blocks deck or Affirmation Oracle deck, the Breakthrough Money Block, sorry. And then I don't know the name of this deck, but we have that. And then we also have the business and also I can't think of what this is called either. I might pull from the Spiritual as Fuck deck, which is right here, or Spiritual AF deck, which is right here. And so I'm going to pull from the numbers deck. So let's start with the numbers deck to see what comes out, to see what we're talking about. And then, we have to be successful in this time. I apologize for 333. I am powerful. I don't really apologize. I do, but I don't because I needed this positive and I am powerful. So that just lets you know. Um, I have been in this situation to where I am manifesting things and then sometimes I have to pull my energy back if that makes sense to the people. To those who know, they know, but I had to pull my energy back and sometimes when I pull my energy back, it takes a little bit of silence for me to be able to move forward. I have been working on things to get out to you guys, but it was just a point that I had to remove my energy from certain situations, excuse me, not situations, certain things, or just to refine my energy, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but that's just where I've been. And words are, um, they're a lot when it comes to certain things. Words can play a huge effect on, like when it comes to readings, putting those readings out. That is like manifestation and you hearing things. That's why it says take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I want you to take the best out of each reading that I do and to be able to manifest. But we have to talk about the old, but I don't want you to stay in the past. I want you to learn from the past. So that's just where I'm at when it comes to these types of situations. And it's just where I'm at. So that I don't know if you know, and to those who it resonates and understands what I'm talking about, this is a part of how I gain my energy back or get my energy back. I have to sometimes be still, and I have a lot on my plate, and I know we all do. So that's just where I'm at. So Maruk X, the finance deck, the money blocks, Midnight Oracle, Show Me the Money by Sierra Monroe, and also the other Maruk X, the original finance deck, which is the all green one. So let's just see what comes out. We already have I am positive and I am powerful. Being positive and also trying to be powerful, and not trying to be positive and to be powerful at the same time is you are aware of your words and how they can hurt. Again, I don't like to put certain things out in the universe or certain energies or emotions out in the universe. So I kind of pull my energy back. I can't fake it till you make it. I am who I am. I've been this way since I was born. I just know when to pull my energy back. You got to know that. And so that's a part of mastering, who you are. And I'm sorry. And the things that you want out of certain situations. And so that's just kind of how I see that. I was watching, if you see the video here, I have two screens. I have a lot of business things and that I'm doing as well. So you always see my computers in front of me. I sit here and I'm working and I was watching Queen Amun Ra. So watch her. She's a really good. She always says we cancers are the mother of the zodiac. And I appreciate that because it's like they understand the nurturing side of us, and also the empathetic side of us and to understand the part that we are able to manifest things. And that's why I always try to get back to where our money is or how we felt about a situation to move forward and to learn the lessons of what that situation caused us or how we learned or how we grew from that situation. So let's start with I am powerful. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. So, I mean, that's all I'm trying to do for you guys is to be a positive light. And I don't want to put any negativity out there, even though, we all go through things. I just don't want to do that. And, that's the reason why I'm just trying to get a catalog of things for you guys to understand and realize what these cards really mean, and not just the cards but the energies. So I am positive. I try to stay positive all the time and try to figure out what lesson I'm learning out of this situation. What is this trying to teach me? And that's what I want you guys to really kind of understand. It says your guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. You are encouraged to have faith that the universe will provide for you while you are manifesting your inner desires. And so, if we know that the universe has our back, there's no room for stagnation. There's no room for feeling lack or doubt or any type of situations to where you feel like you're not enough or you're not capable of dealing with whatever the future has for you. And so, some people make us feel that way. And so, that's the reason why I say to always stay on your finances. Stay on your finances, stay on keeping your energy positive and understanding who you are. Remember who you are, like Mufasa said. You have to know who you are in order for you to be able to become more than what you have were born into, if that makes sense, or the belief system that, yeah, a writer. So again, stories matter. So that's the reason why when you tell these stories, your stories and the energies that you put out when you tell those stories and the way that you lived in a certain situation is where you learn from, damn, your mistakes. Look at that. So it says the past mistakes left you financially insecure and unsure what to do. Your current financial situation was your own doing. Accept responsibility for it. So something about this energy when it comes to you understanding that you've given too much. You've given too much in any situation. And a lot of the time we give our money, we give our energy not to say, oh, we're sugar mama. It's because we're nurturing. We're the mother of the zodiac. We make sure that everybody is okay. So it says, learn from your mistakes and let it go. You will get through it. And so that is the power of manifestation. So your stories matter of when you start to say, well, I did. I gave to this situation because I saw the potential in it, but my mistakes are the lessons that I learned. So again, I guess maybe and I'm not doubting anything that I've done, and I don't regret anything that I've done. So maybe this is something that somebody needed to hear when it comes to why we are so nurturing, why we're able to give our all, but sometimes it just makes us feel some type of way. So you got to learn from the lessons of the past. And that's why I say, harboring over them and getting upset, and you just send strength and healing, period. That's it. That's all. And it's easier said than done. It takes the time, and sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I'm just not, depending on the situation. But stories matter, writer. Your words have power have power to influence others. Find out how you can contribute. A career in social media management, book writing, content writing, and blogging could be for you. Use words and visualize it as you write them. And so that is crazy because that's kind of what I do. And remember, I just said to you that I've been putting things together. When my energy is good, it's good. But when it's never really bad, like, oh, F you. No, it's not like that. It's just like I start to, dwindle back down. Like, okay, I'm going in my shell. Wait, wake up, get out of your shell. Don't do that, like, and it's okay. So this is why I said that I was creating things so that we can always have something to go back to and to learn from. Even if I'm not online, you can understand and refine. This is a card that just sat here for me. Like, it says a tweak is needed. Don't start over just yet. Consider partnering with gifted editors or mentors. A new level of mastery is calling you. So again, it's just a way of refining the situation, and still being there, maybe not present, with the readings, but being present in how the information gets out, if that makes sense. I don't know. But anyway, the story matters and how you do it matters as well. So again, a career in social media management, book writing, content writing, or blogging could be for you. So if you have any kind of gift that you need to get out there, put it in writing. But it's saying here, consider partnering with a gifted editor or mentor, somebody that's going to help you create the things that you need to talk about or the way you need to express yourself. So that does that make sense? And it says you use words and visualize it as you write them down to manifest more money into your life. And so that's just a part of what I have been doing. So that could resonate to someone or it might not. The card that stay back, social climber. So that is what you are kind of doing. You're climbing in the social world, but not in a way of trying to. Um, I don't know. You want it to get out there, but you want it to stay out there. Kind of like, generational wealth, getting and creating foundations for yourself and climbing the social chart manifest with sound and music. So when I get to that point, and it's funny because last night I have my music up every day, but pretty much last night I had my music up. Yeah, gambling habit, risky investment. So this came out sideways. So this is kind of a risky investment for you, but again, the gambling and the risky investments happen when you start to make the mistakes of the past. Does that make sense? And so, gambling habit, that can be anything. It could be shopping addictions. It could be, yeah, you are a good steward. You're always a good steward. So, by you being a good steward, money is always going to come. That's what being the mother of the zodiac, being able to nurture, to manifest things like that. So, you can gamble your money away, but with the, yeah, accept assistance. So, you can gamble your money away knowing that the universe is always going to bless you because you always are a good steward. But then it says gift card, monetary gifts and rewards. So you're always going to have the rewards and gifts. But again, taking certain types of risk is where when you start to feel some type of way to make you feel better, you know, we always put our energy into other people. That makes us feel better when we start to feel this way. But when you have to learn how to use your power and manifest on your own without helping anyone else right now, at this point, just help yourself. That's the hard part about it. So let's pull from this money deck to see what is going on. But yeah, I just believe that um, spell work is tried to come. Wait, it tried to turn over, but to me, at first I didn't want to deal with that. But spell work is anybody speaking or talking, using their words to hurt or to help, one of the two. So you could be around people that are like that. And at first, I didn't want to use those cards about the spell work, but the power of your word is like curses, it's like spells. So again, this card tried to come out designer, and look at all the other cards that came out. It is growth. Yeah, this is a part of growth for you, understanding the power of your word, understanding how things when you do things about taking like gambling habit, like spending your money because you are a good student, a good steward. And you can't do that at this point of you manifesting into yourself. You spend your money on things that make you feel better and fine, but you cannot blow your money, and that's the risk that you take, a risky habit or risky investment to try to gamble to get it back a certain way. But you give, but you have to learn who to give your energy to, if that makes sense. It says you're delaying your growth. The process of healing is worth doing. So that's where you are when it comes to you refining the situation. You're not going to delay things, but if you go backwards to where you were, those risky investments or the risk that you took back in the past, that could be an issue. Expect good money flow, a raise, or a new job offer. And it says what you need to research and learn. It's important to unlearn to grow as rules continue to morph and to change. You have to be able to be teachable and not just stay into a certain situation. So the cards that came out is life purpose. Yeah, you're finding your life purpose. You're changing, right? And also, yeah, charity, learning how you give to certain situations, and workaholic, working on yourself. That's the hard part because you've always been kind of self made when it comes to certain situations, but you got to trust in divine timing. Again, where it said, ask your, where was it at? Ask your spirit guides. Where did I see that at? Right here. Oh, right here. Yeah. Trust in divine timing. Ask for assistance. Right here. Ask for assistance. And then it comes to designing. You're able to create and to design the world that you want. But you have to know why and how you got to certain situations to where you have to refine those energies, right? And so that is how I see that. Now, let me go ahead and pull from the money blocks the card that came over. Is chess. Yeah, you're playing chess, not checkers. There is a difference. You have money strategies. You have spending low, wise spending, long game, career, military leader, thinking it through. So everything moving forward, you're gonna think it through. You're gonna think it through, but that's the change that you had to have in order to refine your life. Does that make sense? And in the future, again, you're planning for the future. I just watched something the other day. I mean, I not actually the other day, a second ago. It says some people, and I'm gonna say certain cultures because I won't say exactly what it says. Certain cultures plan for 3 years, for three lifetimes out or three generations, and some people plan to buy that next bag. So take what resonates, but you are planning for the future, but it says while living in the present, right? You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. And that's what's been happening. But again, the way that you kind of take advantage of the gifts, that's why it's monetary gifts and rewards. You have to understand why you're changing your belief system, wisdom, which is change, and understanding that that is what growth is, change and growth. You're understanding that it's time to play chess, not checkers, and also planning for the future while living in the present moment, not worrying about it, planning for it. 3 generations back out is what certain cultures plan for. Certain other cultures plan the weekend, plan for the weekend. I think that's what they said. Certain cultures plan for 3 generations out, and certain cultures plan for the weekend. And that's where you're changing and understanding how you're refining the situation. But you only can learn from the people that are around you. Harvest is here. It says prep soil for optimal growth. Again, back to planning for the future. Your crop is ready for harvest. Don't let it die on the vine. It may be time to call it done. So maybe that could be certain situations that somebody needed to hear. But again, this comes when you are, yeah, ask, yeah. Request aid requesting aid takes courage. Verbalize your need for support. Give someone the gift of being an important part of your hero's journey. Delegate it to your guides. And so again, back to accept existence, assistance, and ask. Don't be afraid to ask and trust in divine timing. And so what these cards come out, yeah, birth. This is the rebirth. This is what's going on when it comes to these situations. Hold on, my mom's calling me. Okay, so yeah, that was my mom calling me. We have an event going on here that if you hear me recording later on tonight, it's going to be loud as hell, and I'm far away from it. So, that's what we were talking about. But yeah, so again, focus and revisit. So here's the thing: these cards come out, and it says focus. It says make a choice and take the appropriate next action. What you desire is worth your attention. Remove distractions, and so that is what the universe is telling you. The mistakes are lessons, right? It says put your intentions into motion with thought and align effort. So again, manifest through music, manifest your story matters. Remember why you're doing it. You're a powerful, positive being, and that it's time for a rebirth. It says birth. Find your sacred creative womb space, whether it's time, tools, or literal space. Seek the appropriate midwife. I don't want no midwife for me, but seek the or somebody to help you. It's back to the other card. Where did I have it at? Back to the other card where it says right here, ask. It says give someone the gift of being important, an important part. No, it wasn't that one. It was the one that was sitting here, whatever that card was. But it's basically like asking for help. And then here it is. Trust the process. All will be revealed in due time. So sometimes you have to be still and just wait. And that's kind of where I'm at. I can tell you that my life has been a blessing, and I have not ever, I cannot complain about it. I've had ups and downs, but I will not complain about it. And with this time here, I have to learn how to put everything, because I'm taking on new tasks. I have to learn how to put everything into perspective. I have to learn about all of the things that I'm manifesting, the things that I asked for, the things that I didn't ask for, and also the growth that I'm doing, but also the point of putting things down so that putting my story down, if that makes sense. So and knowing that I'm trying to stay positive and know that I already know that I'm powerful, but that's the wisdom that you have to know. You cannot, again, when it comes to whether it's time, tools, or literal space, it's like it's find your sacred creative womb. And then it's like, and don't be afraid to ask and delegate things to your guides, not to other people. Not to other people. You're not putting other people in your business. You're not telling people what you're doing. You're just manifesting the hell out of the situation. The risky investments come with you telling people what you're going through. And that's gambling. That's taking a risk. And that is what you're not doing anymore. You're not trusting in people. Did I say that right? Entrusting? You're not trusting. Let's just say that because I don't know if I said that right. You're not trusting in people. You're trusting in the universe. And that's the wisdom. And that's where growth is coming in at, and that's where the change has to happen. You're figuring your life purpose. You're manifesting, recognizing that you have everything you need, and that's you trusting in divine timing and not, oh, the focus was right here. Yeah, that's where it was. This is the No, I just read that one. Never mind. I'm done. I think I reshuffled it in there unless it's under here. But anyway, revisit. Take an old idea out of your notebook and give it life. So, all of the things that you wrote down, you're going to start. And I said that in my last reading. I think it was when I said I did everything from what you need to do now, give yourself a week, give yourself a month, give yourself 3 months, give yourself 6 months, and then give yourself a year. And then the things that you finish, you put them over here in the done pile, and that's why I said write that down because, again, you're taking the old things that you put on the back burner in order to help people, and you're helping yourself now. And that's the growth and the wisdom that you needed to have to understand that social climbing is a good thing, but sometimes that comes with taking risk of figuring out who has your back or your life purpose, if that makes sense. And so it says, see if you have the skills to execute an idea once beyond your excuse me see if you have the skills to execute an idea once beyond your ability. So again, manifestation, right? Continued and unfinished project. And so that is where you're focusing on doing the unthing unseen, or trusting in the universe that they have you. And that's why you're asking for your spirit guides to help you, and you're designing the things that you were supposed to do. And that's the change. You're putting all the mistakes that you made in the past, you're giving it to the universe. That's why I always say, I cast the burden of lack to the Christ within, and I go free to have plenty. So let's pull from the spiritual AF deck, because we need a message. We need a blunt, hard message, that a truthful message. And then I'm going to pull tarot because in this whole situation, I still haven't pulled tarot. And so that is where the rebirth is happening, because you're learning. Growth comes with learning. And so the card that came out, yep, listen that. Okay, so the bottom of the deck says there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. And this is where you are stronger, and you have to understand your purpose here, because people will make you feel bad because they can't do the things that you do, or they're not you. So again, I'll pull it up so you can read it. It says there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. In that energy of not feeling powerful enough, or not, of all the mistakes that you made, of feeling this way, people can't understand why you're able to still get through everything. But again, progress, not perfection. I have that right here in front of us. Wait, progress, not perfection. And I didn't know it was Harper Mason, but the mistakes that you make are lessons for you. You just have to know how to grow from them, and that's you changing your belief system. But at once you figure out your life purpose and you start changing and trusting in the divine, you'll understand why you play chess and not checkers, and you'll understand how to manifest in the present moment for the future, and not looking at the past and worrying about the past or worrying about the future. Just know and let it be. You know what I mean? Trust the process. All will be revealed in due time. So it says, know the difference between shame and guilt. Don't feel bad, because it's going to be a lot of people that you have to leave behind. Now, I have to go and I give you an analogy, because the other day I was watching Kevin Hart and Jay Z's interview on the Kevin Hart's podcast or whatever. And also, I watched the Jay Z story, because if you guys know, you know that he has the library in Brooklyn, and it's 2 stories of all of his work. But in order for him to be where he's at, a lot of people uh, wanted him to feel guilty about his decisions, or shameful about his decisions. But again, he had to take a risk. It wasn't, the risk that everybody else wanted to take. But in order to get out of a certain situation, you have to revisit the past, but move forward from the past. You revisit the past and the endeavors of what you wanted to do, the things that you put on hold, and then you take a risk, not risky investments. You take a risk on learning your life purpose and changing, in order for you to fill that void. But do you burn people? No, you don't. But a lot of people think that you're burning them because you don't feel bad about moving above and beyond them. Does that make sense? And so, again, there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself, because you're moving forward. You're taking the past mistakes of the people who made mistakes in the past, that may not be celebrities, whatever it is. But you got to know the difference between shame and guilt. Are you feeling shameful or guilty because you're still in the same place that you were, and everybody is moving forward? Or are you feeling shameful or guilty because somebody else is making you feel that way? If that makes sense, right? So that's where the rebirth comes in at. It says guilt. I did something bad. Shame. I am something bad. Spend today identifying guilt and shame. If guilt comes up, find a way uh, to make amends. Here, I'll try to read it from the screen. Okay, if guilt comes up, find a way to make amends. Shame is the devil, though kick it in the, you know what I mean? So you have to understand what the difference is. Guilt, I did something bad. Did you do something bad to get to where you are? If so, okay, feel guilty about it. But when do you move forward? You know, shame, I am something bad. Are you something bad? You have to ask yourself that. But again, there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. And I'll read that. It says, I'm trying to let it focus. Okay, it's not gonna. Oh wait. Oh wait. Anyway, this is true. The biggest revenge we can have on people who judge us is to love ourselves hard and for really reals. For really reals. Some people are going to talk shit about you simply because you are shining bright. AF. Shine on. And so that he said for really reals. You see it really reals. Hard for really reals. But that is the thing that when it comes to you know, separating yourself from the people who think that you should always go the distance with them. But we all outgrow everyone. And so I'm going to pull from the Doors deck, tarot deck to see what comes out. But again, you're doing what's best for you. And that is the first time that you're realizing that you're taking a risk for yourself. You're taking a risk for yourself, but that's growth. And you don't feel guilty about it and you're not shameful about it because you know the difference between the two, right? And so here it is. The Emperor came out second, but the Three of Swords, heartbreak. So again, I'm going to read this because this might be an Emperor type energy that you're dealing with. But the Three of Swords is normally heartbreak. But again, this is one of those pen dolls. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Somebody is old and mad at you because you became the emperor. I mean, know the difference between guilt and shame, shame and guilt. And either one of these, you took a risk for these people that are sitting back talking shit about you. And now you're designing the life that you want and you're trusting in divine timing and they cannot understand why. Queen of Pentacles, the mother of the Zodiac, us, like Queen Amun Ra says, us, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles says a loving family is one of the greatest blessings in life. Protect and care for them no matter what. That no matter what, like JDS Tarot says, you can't see that. I don't know why my camera isn't. There it is. I don't know why my camera isn't focusing, but the Queen of Pentacles, like JDS says, can be toxic to herself because she always takes risks and spends her last on people that she loves. But now the strategy is to play checkers, chess, not checkers. And now again, there are people who dislike you because you don't dislike yourself. You become this emperor making decisions. The world is down here. The world is waiting. My other channel that I keep neglecting, and I apologize, but that's the realization that you had to have. Judgment. That's the realization that you had to have. That you have to be able to say what's on your mind, or you'll keep living in anguish. Does that make sense? And so that is how I see that. I don't know. Let's go ahead and pull from the Four Agreements. Learning to be impeccable with your words, not make assumptions. Know that you've done your best at the end of the day and not to take things personally. Two cards came out. And if you want to stay tuned and click the links up above, I'll put my definition or my perspective of the Four Agreements. And also this is the Four Agreements, but the chakras for the crystal decks. So always do your best because at the end of the day, you've done your best. That's it. You've done your best. And so that's the reason why people aren't excited that you're taking this way and not the way that they want. And when it comes to the fork in the road, they want you to go backwards and not forward. but you're going into the present moment. You're living in the present moment now, and therefore not worried about your future because the past was the mistakes that you made and you're learning from them. So it says your best is changing all the time. It says your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, it says simply do your best and you will avoid self judgment. Right here, judgment. You will avoid self judgment, self abuse, and regret. So, the realizations. The next one says love and nurture your body. Your own body is a manifestation of God. And if you honor your body, everything will change for you. For you, it says practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant seeds of love in your mind, and when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. So again, this is a rebirth. This is understanding, and this is about wisdom and growth. And that is where you are, and that's the change that you needed to have in order for you to discover your life purpose. So that is how I see that. All right, you guys, let's let this old energy go. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation. I love you guys.